I had a really nice fireworks night. And I'm not really sure what this video is, if I'm honest with you, because it's kind of like a vlog, but I obviously wasn't really doing any commentary, so I guess I'll do the commentary now. But it also isn't a piece of cinema, which, I love making. I don't make nearly enough, but that'll change over the next few months. You just wait. But I wanted to talk about festivities and kind of getting in the spirit of things. Similar to my Halloween video, which if you haven't seen, you should go check out. But as I've got older, I've realized the value in, leaning into those festivities. And I think they can really, really benefit those cold, dark winter months. Halloween, bonfire night, fireworks night, Christmas, obviously. Because it can be a really depressing time of year. And I suppose because I live by myself now, and if I'm not working out or working or playing video games, I do spend quite a lot of my time alone. And I think this day out really reminded me of when I was a kid. And I would go with my mum or my family to these National Trust places or to the old houses that you'd see or whatever it might be, museums, art galleries. I miss that so much, man. And I loved it. I wish I could have appreciated more when I was a kid because I'm so nostalgic for it. Walking around an old house and taking in the smells of the wood and looking at the incredible art. Having a coffee, or probably when I was a kid, a fruit shoot or something. And I really, really liked those days. And I suppose filming this was kind of like an homage to those wonderful days that I spent when I was a kid. And I guess I can't wait until I have a family and I get to do it again with my children. But they're really, really lovely days. You wake up early, it's a beautiful, crisp morning outside, and you go somewhere and get a nice coffee or a pastry and take in the sights, learn some history or learn something new. Like, I learned so much from my auntie when we were out on this day about the history of Ham House, which is where we just were, or Richmond, or, fireworks night in general. It's such an amazing, wholesome experience. And I don't know. I think I'm in a weird stage of my life where I'm really trying to protect my mental health. And it's obviously hard to talk about because I am a man. But I do feel a bit fragile sometimes. I feel a bit like I want to remember what it was like to be a kid and explore these amazing places for the first time and not have the pressure of life hanging over you, which it does for me now. I want to be making content, but I find it so difficult to pick up the camera and make it. And I want to be making gaming videos, but I find it really difficult to sit down and not let this perfectionist monster stop me from doing that. And I think with each video that I upload, this one included, I try and break through that barrier of, this isn't good enough, or this isn't high quality enough, or people aren't going to watch this or care about what you have to say. And I suppose once I break down that wall, I can really find my voice. But yeah, what you're seeing on screen is a really, really nice day out with my auntie. As I said, we went to Ham House in the morning, which is a wonderful National Trust place. And we checked out the Petersham Gardens, or Petersham Nurseries, which is just where we were, and a lovely, lovely shop, and then took a walk down to Richmond. And as you can see, it was a beautiful, what I like to call Skyrim day, where it was very, very, very crisp outside and beautifully autumnal, and just generally the nicest day to wake up early and go out and have a really, really wholesome day. So we walked along the river to Richmond here, and you can see it was just gorgeous. And we spoke so much about, the history of Richmond or Ham House. And you can see here, this guy was training up to cut some ham super thin, or Iberian ham. It was delicious. And then I had another latte while we sat down and had some tapas. This was like a potato omelette thing, which, to be honest with you, was a bit disappointing. And then I had some treats on toast, which was delicioso. Very, very tasty. And a big pint of water with a slice of lime in it. My auntie had these kombucha things, which apparently are really good for your gut. And as you can see, I dunked the whole thing in there. But it's really, really tasty. And we managed to sit in the sun. I took my pills with me as well. Got to get those supplements in. It was just a beautiful kind of Parisian feeling day, honestly. Sat down by the river, the sun on my face, in November of all months. And we stopped off at this place called Ottolenghi for some pastries. I mean, look at that for a selection. I didn't even know what I wanted to choose because they were so delicious looking. Then we drove back through Richmond Park, which was beautiful. And one of the nicest things about London is that you can go to these places and feel like you're not in London. This whole day felt like a day out in the countryside almost, which I think is such a gift for such a massive city. And Richmond is just gorgeous. Here are those pastries we picked up from Ottolenghi there. I think it was a couple of cherry bakewell things and then a chocolate pistachio, I don't know, amazing. Made a cup of tea, kind of revitalized ourselves before we headed out to fireworks night. And here we are at the Hurlingham Club. Now, listen, I am really not a fancy person, but my auntie, for some reason, has a membership here, and apparently it is quite a posh place. So it was very, very nice. And we basically arrived as a group, and you can see some guys here having a cool lightsaber fight. Love that. And explored the grounds a bit, which was gorgeous. And as I mentioned earlier, it was obviously a really nice autumnal day. And I picked up some barbecue. I got a burger and chips, classic kind of fireworks night grub. And then I had some mulled wine here, which, oh my word, was so tasty, like Christmas in a cup, as wanky as that sounds. And then they lit the bonfire, and you can see there's so many people, and it was absolutely gorgeous, and you could feel the heat from where I was standing. And it just looked amazing with all of the ash kind of going up into the night sky like that. So I thought that was a really, really nice shot. And when we went to go and look at the fireworks, you could see the bonfire still going behind us there, which was great. And then it was fireworks time. It was an amazing display that went on for about 15 to 20 minutes, and we were right up close, and they did it to different types of music. My favorite was when they did it to some classical music. I didn't really like it when they did it to contemporary stuff, but yeah, it was just a really, really great display. And I think the first time that I've actually done something on fireworks night in years. And yeah, I had a really wholesome day, remembering what it was like to be a kid and go to all of these festive things, spending a bit of time being a wholesome adult, and having a really lovely weekend where I felt rested up, rejuvenated, and happy. So this has been Hardy Trash, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.